Love that. That was great. That was awesome. You did a good job. I love the little personal touch at the end. Wow. I need to learn how to play that. That was incredible. Thank you so much for submitting that. That one was obviously...
What is up, guys? The Dan Cam here, and some of you may know me from the Peter McKinnon Edgar Wright Challenge. I was featured recently and I was super hyped because I did not expect to get featured and let alone be part of like the grand finale. And I'm so thankful for that because so many people came to my Instagram page to drop me a compliment, and some of you actually asked me about how I filmed and edited some of the videos, and that is why I'm making this breakdown video to show you how I actually did it.
Grand finale of the Edgar Wright, the PM Edgar Wright Challenge is about to begin. Let us watch together. Oh, I know that sound.
Okay, so we are here in the room where we actually shot the clip, and yeah, this is actually like his bedroom, and we got his whole music setup over here. And this is Shaun. He's the one behind the guitar.
Yo.
The one who came up with that lovely chord that like a few of you guys like pointed out that you really like it, and even like Peter McKinnon liked it, so that was pretty hype.
Love that.
So he's the one who actually came up with some ideas on like the things that we can use from his setup, like his pedal boards or his amplifier and his guitar. So yeah, he's gonna help me go through the filming process and point out some of the things that I personally use and took note of in my videos. Yeah, so let's go. Let's go. Okay, so there are three parts to my Edgar Wright challenge, right? There's the unpacking of the guitar, and then there's the rigging it up with the pedals, and then there's the playing, which is like the ending, the punch. So it kind of, there's a nice build up to it, right? Okay, so the first thing to note is the things that I tried to avoid while making this video. For the Edgar Wright challenge, you notice that like it will naturally be very frantic because like it's close-ups, there's zoom-ins, and then it's like quick cuts, right? So the first thing I wanted to avoid was that I didn't want to have too many quick cuts, right? Repeated scenes that keep showing the same thing, because it kind of gives the viewer a bit of a headache. So what I did was I tried to put in continuous shots that are fast, but they don't cut so fast. So it kind of gives like a breathing space. It also gives them like a bit of an anticipation, like what's going to happen next. For example, when the moment I came in with the bag, the next scene was just a follow shot of the hand, right? I didn't have to do any zooms. And then after that, then I went into the frantic, like, you know, following the hand. You know, even then it's a continuous shot, but it's fast. So I haven't introduced the quick cuts yet. Even the pulling out of the guitar is actually a still shot, right? And then I started with the zipping out, pulling out the wires and plugging them in. That's when I really used the zoom in factor, yeah. And when it came to the power on button, right? That one I used a still shot because I wanted like a nice break, right? Where you can hear the ding, where the viewer will focus a lot more on the ding sound, the ding, and then I jump back into the crack, and then another still shot, right? Just the revving up, so people are not distracted by the zooming in, but they're focused on the numbers revving up. Yeah. So that's the first. The second thing was, for those that are sort of repetitive, like the plugging in of the guitar and the pedals, I use different angles. I framed it differently so that it's not repetitive, right? You have from the bottom up of the guitar, the side for the pedals, yeah, and then the top down for the amp. So for the continuous shot, we have the shot of him tuning the guitar, yeah. So that one I actually use a gimbal, and then I just sped it up. So it gives it a very kind of like epic feel, right? Yeah. And like I said, more diversity before I jump back into the smashing and the bashing. Yeah. So those are the things that I did to avoid my Edgar Wright challenge video becoming too much of a headache to the viewers. Yeah. Another thing that I did to make the video more interesting was the sound effects, right? I didn't use the typical sound effects to match. You know, in some cases, like for things like smashing the pedals, I use like glass breaking or something. And then what else did I use? Or like for turning up the numbers, I use the revving sound. You know, so it really matches the numbers. And then engine revving for the tuning. So in that case, it kind of gives a comedic feel to it because the sounds are not expected, and you know, it creates an interesting like dissonance, right? So yeah, and I thought like it, you know, instead of using like the guitar tuning sound, you know, you put in something that is different and it will really catch the audience attention. Yeah, so that's what I did. And finally, we have the climax, which is the intro for Peter McKinnon's videos. The most important thing in this part was matching the movements in my video to the sound. So we have the starting to his intro, which is a swell in, right?
It's like a feedback of the guitar, and it's just like bringing in the volume of the guitar. And the nice thing about this part is that in post, you did a zoom in as I was turning the knob, and you kind of brought the bars down. So everything is working like it's seamlessly together.
Yeah. So it kind of like leads into the intro very nicely together with the sound, right? And then we have the bang in. So for this bang in, I think what I wanted to create was like I want to emphasize the rock, the hard rock to aspect of the song, because it's really like headbang. I mean, like that headbang effect. So I use my hand to shake it to the melody, right? The first two notes. So and then after that we have the cutting and the editing and the transitions between the different angles. I think one important thing that I did was that I matched the cuts, the shots to the what do you call it?
Like the phrase of the music. So like the music had kind of three phrases. Basically, like the first phrase was his first shot, and then the second phrase was the shot of my fingers playing that riff, and then the last phrase was like an overview, and then he did like the last.
Yeah, so that's how I kind of make sure that the timing matched the song. And lastly was the fingering, right?
Yeah.
I think that one was brought up by him. That's the most epic part of playing the guitar, like the fingering, you know.
Not epic, like the most action. Like
the
there's
most
more action of like my fingers moving on the fretboard. So you definitely want to capture that. You don't really want
the slide.
Still.
Yeah. So and then ending off with the signature chord, right? The E what?
E7 sharp 9, my friend.
E7
like
sharp.
So.
All right, and then still with the round. And then I matched the round with the fade out of the word. So that's it, guys. Once again, thanks for watching, and thanks to those of you who came down to my Instagram page to drop a comment. I really appreciate it, and it's just crazy to me what's happening right now, and I'm still taking it in. But if you have any more questions on how I filmed or edited the video or on any of the soundtracks, do leave me a comment, or you can slide into my DMs. Yep. If not, that's it for now. Ciao!